Today we're making a fantastic Hawaiian honey and blue agave smoked salmon. We're gonna do a 4-to-1 brine, which is a 4 cup sugar, 1 cup kosher salt. We're gonna marinate for 24 to 36 hours. This is what the brine looks after you have all the ingredients and you mix it up. You wanna make sure you mix it well till everything is dissolved. Then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna layer your salmon in a container with all of your fish. And you're gonna make sure the fish is floating. You don't wanna pack it tightly. You definitely want the liquid to move between the layers of fish so that you can get an even brine. Here's a different angle of the fish. As you can see, they are sort of touching each other. You really can't help it, but they're not heavily weighted on each other. So that way the brine will circulate. At the 12-hour mark, I flip everything over and I let the brine then sit, which means I'll get a full coating of the fish. I take that, and as you can see here, I put it in the refrigerator. This is where it sits for the 24 to 36 hours. And at the 12-hour mark, I flip these over and then I let the fish stay in that for another 12 to 24 hours to make sure the brine coats everything evenly and I don't have any light spots that are lacking brine. When I'm done with that, I'm gonna take the fish out and I'm gonna basically dab it off with some paper towels. You don't wanna really rub it. You just wanna dab it and get all the really big pieces of moisture off the fish. You're gonna go ahead and then put it on a drying rack. This is very important because we're gonna have to form a pellicle. The pellicle is a very important part of the process that allows the smoke to adhere to the fish and gives it that flavor you're looking for. So I set my fish up on the racks, and then I use a fan that I have in my house. I turn it sideways, set it on the counter, and I blow the fan across the fish. Now you can do this in your living room or any other room, but I find it in the kitchen is the easiest. As you can see, the pellicle's starting to set up. You get this really nice, shiny look. Then when the pellicle's formed, I go out and start my smoker. I have a pan in here for humidity. I make sure the smoker's set at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I get my fish ready to go. And then I start putting my fish on top of the smoker, making sure not to have the pieces of fish touching each other. And while that's happening, I go ahead and get my Dr. Bill's, my Hawaii honey, my blue agave, and my butter mixed together. This is gonna be the glaze that goes on the fish throughout the smoking process. Some people call it Indian candy, but it really isn't a candied salmon. Although it looks that it's gonna be super sweet, it really isn't. This really mellows out the fish, takes away a lot of the heavy fish and salmon taste, and gets that really, really incredible flavor with the smoke throughout the fish. So I add all my ingredients, and then when I make sure that my blue agave is added, I add a little bit of brown sugar that I don't show in here to thicken things up. But the blue agave syrup is really an important part of my glaze. Then I have my honey that's from Hawaii. This is actually coffee blossom honey, which is unbelievable. So you won't find it here, but if you get your hands on it, it's gonna blow your mind. Here you can see I have the thickness that's mixing up, got my smoker going really nice at 120 degrees, and now I'm gonna start my first glaze of my salmon. I don't use a heavy glaze. All you need is a very light brushing because we're gonna do this several times throughout the process. We're gonna smoke the salmon till the internal temperature reaches 145 degrees. So it's very important you have an excellent thermometer, like a Thermapen instant thermometer, because this is what you're gonna get when you're done. Now I start the smoker at 120. I slowly raise it 10 degrees till it gets to about 160 degrees of slowly increasing the temperature till it's done, and this is what it looks like. I gave up bagels for Lent. Smoke, absolutely scintillating. You gotta try it.